What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to Dauntless. So I haven't actually played this game in about 4 or 5 days. I've been super busy. I'm getting married at the end of this month, so as you can imagine, it's panic stations and, you know, things need to be done. We're going to continue where we left off last time. However, in between then and now, in between the last recording and now, I should say, I have done some farming and some grinding, I guess. Fighting the Shrike over and over again to upgrade these jewel blades and also the armor. So if we go quickly to the armor smith, we can see that I've upgraded this a fair bit, and I've also upgraded the jewel blades to 160 power. That's as far as the Shrike weapons will go, the Shrike blades. I've also made a Shrike hammer as well. Not fully upgraded, but Shrike smasher, as you can see there. Now, we've got a lot of hand-ins to do as well. I've done no progression. All I've done is farming and grinding and stuff because I wanted to show all progression on the channel. So if we go here though, we can see, if we go to crafting, that the Shrike set, I'm up to tier 3. And there's tier 5. So we could farm a little bit more of Shrike things. In fact, I can upgrade this now with the stuff that I have. Chipped beak. Do we need a chip beak for anything else? No? Okay, well let's upgrade this one more time. And one of you, and we'll go in and do all the hand-ins and stuff. Now the reason I have the jewel blades, or the chain blades I should say, is I think that I am going to be predominantly a chain blade main, if you want to say that. So like I've said before, I am going to talk similarities in fact we can make all these as well. Ah, shit, yeah, we can do this already. Nice. Alright. There is similarities to Monster Hunter, obviously. Now, in Monster Hunter, I generally play as a Blade Master, and I focus on mounting and cutting tails. That was my kind of job, effectively. With some other people that I played with, Raz and Kaiser, who you would know from the channel if you've been around for a while. Kaiser was a big fan of doing light bowgun and heavy bowgun and bow, for that matter, all the gunning stuff. Raz was a big fan of hammer and knocking the monster out and stuff, and I was the mounting and tail cutting person. So this game doesn't have mounting, but you can trip monsters, as I've found out. So I actually played with this guy, I played with all three of these guys, but Sky Tiger here actually filled me in and taught me some stuff. So dude, if you're watching, thank you very much for that. But if you attack a monster when it's oh, there we go, bit of ping lag there. If you attack a monster while it's running or charging or whatever, you can actually trip it up, and any weapon can do this. However, the chain blades are really good at doing this because they have the ability to extend out in a chain, and you are a little bit more safe doing that. So coming from my job was being the mounting dude to my job might be the topple dude in this. So that's what we're going with. That's why we have chain blades for the moment. All right, let's go hand in everything and see what we can do. Okay, Aegis of the Wind, redeem. There you go, Slayer. Now you can wear armor forged from the finest animals in the Shattered Isles. Thanks.
Remember,
that was
no
exciting. Okay, we can go talk to this dude.
And a good day to you, Slayer.
He can craft lanterns. Now, we were talking about at the end of, well, in the last episode, I was trying to figure out what the AoE healing potion was. Turns out it's actually a Nasher lantern, which we already have. So I've changed to that as well. But it looks like here we can use quite a few different lanterns. So convert rare, Nasher lantern, Shrike lantern does what? Craft a random quality lantern with the quick aspect and a chance of additional aspects. Pretty cool. Scout lantern we already have. Nasher lantern, this is the one. Craft a random quality lantern with endurance aspect and a chance for additional aspect. So we can get some lanterns off this dude, but let's do redeem here. Excellent. More powerful abilities will be soon at your fingertips. Thanks.
Good hunting.
Thanks, man. All right, let us keep going and do more hand-ins. These have been on the hand-in for quite a while. As I said, I did fight the Shrike maybe 6 or 7 times, and I was so tempted to hand these in, but I like I said, I wanted to do it on camera. Okay, Slayer, there you are. I appreciate your willingness to assist the Ori in our research. Please, first First, please accept this etheric data collector. You will need it to collect more information we seek. Sure. The orrery, I don't know, is the greatest repository of repository of learning in the Shattered Isles. But even our libraries do not have complete information on every behemoth. That change starts today. Okay. New quest ×2. Main focus. Okay, take your data collector into battle against a trio of rogue Emmermains. We must learn why their blaze-driven powers do not appear to manifest until later in their life cycles. Okay, so either that's a quest to do 3 rogue Emmermains in one hunt, or just fight the rogue Emmermain 3 times. I'm tipping it's the latter, but we'll see. Slay 3, yeah, there we go. And the Shrike is considered a common behemoth by many slayers, but is also one of the most deadly. The orrery, it's really hard to say, requires more research into how they consume the power of raw ether to survive. Ether, same shit, right? Okay, so we've got, I wish I had that quest earlier, because I've killed a lot of Shrikes, as I was just saying. Still quite a few hand-ins to go. And then I might fight a Shrike and show you what I've learned. I know that fight fairly well now. It has been 4 or 5 days, so I'll probably be a tiny bit rusty. But I'll show you the tripping and everything I was just talking about. Okay, an unexpected distribution model for these plants. I'm not yet sure what it means, however. I'll need more data. Alright. Have you got another quest for us?
Beware the storms.
I think that may have been sap fruit or something. I can't remember, honestly. I think they could use a bit of polishing on their menus and quest hub and all that sort of stuff. Like it's, I don't know. It could use a bit of polishing.
Treating your airship well?
Sure. Why not? Okay, yes, this is good. And this is... What? Yes, this is good. And this other is still burning. Well, then. Let's put all this to good use and get to work. Resource spotter ×5. Nice. We haven't used one of them yet. So I may do just that to show it off. And also see what it does. Well, see how it works. I know what it does. Okay. This chap has a quest. Slayer, you have proven you can handle the local behemoths, but have you got what it takes for a real challenge? Prove to me you can defeat the cold-blooded beast known as the Scrave. Alright. I'll do it. Form a party and slay a Scrave. Scrave. One of them. So we've got a quest to kill 3 Shrikes, 3 rogue Emmermains, and now a Shreve or whatever it was called.
You setting sail soon?
He's got a quest and a hand-in, so let's hand-in first. I already have a chart for the Blaze Eater called Rogue Charog, and some nasty Rogue Drasks. Let me know when you want to set sail. Nice. No idea what the hell Charog is, but I know the Drask is kind of like a lizard, an electric, like, lightning lizard. I remember that from, like, the alpha footage, and just, like, it was one of the first behemoths that the Phoenix Lab showed off. So, Scout reports a Rogue Charog on an island that drifted into the shipping lanes. It's all yours. Alright. Hunt and slay a rogue Charog. Keeping your stamina during a long behemoth battle can be hard. There are some herbs and plants that can help you stay loose and ready for a long, hard fight. If you bring me some Arcanite, I can blend it with them to create a formula to increase your potency and stamina. We probably have that already. Yes, we do. Okay, fantastic. You got the stuff. I figured out 2 formula. Cook up a few samples for you to try too. And remember to add them to your loadout before the next battle. Alright. But we learned how to make a Berserker potion.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So if we go back to this guy,
Are we off again?
crafting, we can now make all this stuff. So Berserker potion, we need Dartweed. Uncommon herb growing on temperate islands in the okay, so it's just a random chance to get a Dartweed. Alright, and you have a quest. Let us grab that. Got a lot of quests going on. A rogue Drask is threatening a navigation outpost. Better deal with it before it becomes a problem. Alright. Hunt and slay a rogue Drask.
Stay sharp.
Okay, so let's have a look at our quests. We have the Scrave. We have the rogue Charog. We have the rogue Drask. We have 3 rogue Embermains, and we have 3 Shrikes. So I'll go and fight the Shrike first, because it's, like, I'll do these 3 things. I'll do, like, anytime it's, say, 3 things or something we've already fought, I'll probably do it off camera, and then do the hand in on camera, just so, you know, we're not fighting the same thing over and over and over and over again. But I will fight a Shrike, because I want to show you what I've learnt, and showcase the whole tripping thing. I'm sure you can trip these guys as well, Drask and Charog and Scraves and stuff, but I don't know their fights. So, let us go against a Shrike and find a hunt. And let's do that. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Seems to be quite a few people in town and stuff, so shouldn't be too bad. As far as the controls, I still am alternating between mouse and keyboard and controller. Both feel fine. I have no problems with either of them. The mouse and keyboard is definitely easier in town to navigate menus and stuff, but in the actual fight, it's like with a mouse you can turn around really quickly, obviously, but with the controller you can't. You can only turn as fast as the right stick moves. But if you click in the left thumbstick, it will snap to forward, or it'll snap to the monster. So if you're fighting a monster, say this dude's the monster, the behemoth, whatever, and you know you end up going over here, if you just click in the left stick, it'll automatically turn and focus on him like that. So camera issue really isn't that bad with the controller either, so it's just personal preference. I quite like both and have no issues with either, so I'll probably just use both and vary it up as I see fit. Alright, so the Shrike obviously is a fairly early game behemoth, and as it is now been a week that the beta's been out, the closed beta has been out, people have obviously progressed a lot further, and so we might not actually find a party. We may have to do it solo, as it's probably not that big of a desired monster these days. So people are looking for Shroud, Rez, Stormclaw, Shrave, Naga, Scrave, sorry, an Embermane. We know, well, we're up to that. Zaga, so yeah, doesn't look like Shrike's particularly popular. Okay, well, we found a group, or we're just going in by ourselves, as we are stuck, and it says we've left Ramsgate down here, and this dude is running on the spot. So hopefully we're with at least one person, makes it go a little bit quicker, and it's more fun with more people. But if we're solo, so be it. Let's see. There's us. And it's just us. Okay, this could actually take a while. This could take upwards of 15 minutes by ourselves. But it's alright. So I won't focus too much on gathering. I'll just get like the ores and stuff that I see along the way. And I'll do all gathering type things when I hunt off camera. Because it's not as exciting running around collecting things compared to actually finding something. But until this thing sees me, I may as well pick up some of this stuff while I'm here. Or while it's here, I should say. And let us fight. Alright. So as I said, I fought this thing a lot. I know its patterns pretty well now. So this should go fairly smoothly. Alright, so this is the trip I was talking about. When it swoops at you... Oh, no. Okay. A little bit rusty, as I said. We'll do it here. When it pings at you, if you hit it while it's swooping at you, you can trip it off. Just like that. And then you can get some free damage in, which is really nice. And as I mentioned, you can... And he's going to do it again here. And trip. You can do it with any weapon. Just with the chain blades, because you've got that kind of length of the chain. It's a lot safer to do it with the chain blade. but it can be done with any weapon. I assume the hammer shot would also be fairly decent. Some cat hair in my nose all of a sudden. And we'll trip him here again. There we go. And we'll trip him again. So yeah, this monster has become fairly trivial as far as skill-based things go. Like I've mastered this hunt fairly well. We'll still make dumb mistakes here and there, but for the most part. Doesn't seem to want to attack me at all. He's fairly tired already. Trip. Try and hit him in the head a bit. Oops, completely missed there. So I'm using the controller at the moment, if you're curious what control scheme I'm using. So what I was saying before, if you're looking over here, if I just click... Hang on, I'll just trip him first. If I just click the left thumbstick in, it automatically focuses on him. So it's a quick way of turning the camera. Nope. Alright, got a little bit of a stagger there, which is nice. Oops. That move hurts. Alright, so I'll show off that lantern, like I was saying. So there's the AoE lantern. Rather than it showing where the behemoth is, the scouting lantern that we had, we now have this one. Might heal up a little bit. Try and get more on his face, I think. Alright, managed to trip him, but I got hurt because I was a little bit too close. Got stuck under his wing, I'll just hit him here. Oh, my bad. He usually does 4 of those attacks. And trip! Oops, wrong. That was complete wrong button. Okay, I kind of want to use this healing if I can. Okay, he's not doing anything, so because it's a free heal. Alright, what are you doing, dude? You're tired. And we can trip him again here. Always get stuck in that wing. And again. Oh well. Okay, we got out that time. Use our healing lantern again as it's off cooldown. Stuck inside him, so I'll use my getaway, my special attack to So if you use a special attack when you're next to them, you do this jump away move. But when you use it from distance, you do the pull towards them move. This one. There's another cool thing about the chain blades is it's quite safe of a weapon because you can use the special attack to get in close or get away depending on what you need to do. And obviously with the ability to trip fairly easily, it's just a fun weapon. Couldn't see him, so missed that one. Okay, we don't have any of our special meter built up, so we can't go in close. Yeah, I thought I was going to get there. I was a bit too close, but we got the trip anyway. Hit him in the butt, because why not? Having a little bit of frame rate issues, nothing too bad. So yeah, this is actually taking a little while. When it's multiple people, it goes a lot quicker. So he hasn't gone enraged yet, and he's leaving, I think. Yes. So we'll go and use the healing. And he went that way, I think. Probably should have paid a little bit more attention, as we don't have the tracking lantern, but I'm pretty sure he went that way. Alright. Yeah, so this is going fairly well. I mean, we've used no consumables. It's over that way. But I just saw this this lootable here, so went for this. Yeah, we haven't used any consumables. All we've used is the free heal in that Fisher thing and our lantern. So saving some materials there, not having to remake potions, which is nice. And that's kind of what these games are about, like doing the fights over and over again. Why can I not get up there? Don't make me go all the way around. That's something they definitely need to fix, is traversing the world. Like, you should be able to just jump and grab up onto things, but actually getting up cliffs and stuff is incredibly hard. But yeah, anyway, these like monster hunting games, you do the fight over and over again until you become confident with it. Kind of like Dark Soulsy type thing. And once you know the fight back to front, it becomes a lot easier. Okay, so he should just be over here somewhere. There he is. We'll get these plants as well. Unless he's seen us, which he has. Okay, no plants for us. Well, we got one. So I'm still trying to determine what's the best combo for raw damage. As there's no damage numbers, it's hard to tell. But this move obviously does, when you have enough stamina to use it, obviously does a fair bit of damage. But why I'm thinking maybe it's not the absolute best is, let me use, there we go, now he's enraged. Let me use some of my special meter. And, does two of them when he's enraged. So when I hit him, you'll see that the special meter will raise, right? So with these normal just X combo, you can see it builds up quite quickly. But when I do that that chain spinning move, you'll see it fills quite slowly. So if you go via that, these strikes seem to do a lot more damage. So it might be like each one of these strikes does 20 damage, whereas the chain thing might do like, you know, each hit might only do 2 damage or something, but because you're hitting a lot. So generally the way breaking parts and things like that goes in these games is you need to do a certain threshold of damage to a part to break it. So you'll need to do, so the tail effectively of the Gnasher, for instance, may have like, say, a threshold of like 300 health. So once you do 300 damage to the tail, you'll chop it off. So it might be more beneficial to do this spinny move, the spinny blades, which I'll do next time he comes at me. It might be more beneficial to do this to like cut parts or break parts of the body than to actually get like 100% raw damage output, just because you're doing a lot of different cuts on the same part effectively. I don't know. I haven't actually looked it up on forums or anything what people think. I'm just using that special meter build up as a guide and doing just normal combos like X, X, Y, X, and just X, 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 X. Fill that meter a lot quicker. It seems, at least. I might be wrong. But you can see how many hits that does. You would think that that would do a fair amount of damage. Oops. Okay, no more enrage for you. So after this, we'll fight a new monster and see how that goes. Because I would think that we would have a group fighting something a little bit more advanced. Trick him here. But the combat does feel nice. Like, I can see people arguing that it's fairly straightforward in the fact that, like, there's not that many different combos and stuff that you can do. As you can see there, like, there's your main, like, X, 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 Y, 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 etc., etc. But you can weave them in and out of each other. And because there's so much to take into account when fighting things like positioning and everything else, like, it's not like a 100% just like full-on action game where you've got a million different things you can do to take down a monster. And like even the Monster Hunter series, you know, each weapon has its own moveset, obviously, which is completely different to anything else, to each other, I should say. But there's not that many different combos and stuff in the Monster Hunter world as well, so yeah, I mean, it's limited. Okay, he's flying off again. Which way's he going? It's limited, but honestly, if they had like a gajillion combos, it would probably be too much, and you probably would just like forget them all, or not all of them, but you would forget a lot of them and just end up falling back on like the core combos anyway. So yeah, once you get to a point as we are here, where you fought the monster enough that you've kind of mastered the fight effectively, and you know it kind of back to front, like in the back of your hand, and you'll still make dumb mistakes and need to heal and stuff, obviously, but I've obviously fought this thing enough to know its fight pretty well. You know, I can see the people making the observation that like, oh, the combat might be a little bit limited or a little bit boring or whatever. But it's kind of the same for anything, right? So take Dark Souls, for instance, which is obviously renowned as a very hard series. And I love Dark Souls, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I love these type of games as well, is because they're meant to be hard, they're not meant to be easy. Showcase there, you know, I know this fight back to front, but I still got hit by that, and that, for that matter. But once you play Dark Souls and you do the certain boss X amount of times, and you just get so good at the boss and you know it back to front, it just becomes easy, and the actual mechanics of fighting it with the combos or whatever weapon you're using or whatever, you end up just doing, you know, your XXA or whatever it is, whatever's the most effective to kill the thing, to kill the boss. Oh, he got me on that one. So yeah, because that's the biggest complaint I've heard about this game in my limited time of actually looking for people's perspectives on it. Because generally I don't really care what other people think of games. Like, you play for you, right? If you enjoy it, who cares what other people think? And he's down. But one of the major gripes I've seen is that people just think that it's a bit too basic. Like, the combat's just a bit too basic. Like, you just do the same thing over and over again. But that's inherently what these games are. And as I said, once you've killed a thing that many times, you know it back to front, it is kind of a bit samey. But learning the ropes and learning the fights and everything, that's where the fun of the game is. Like, that progression of learning the fight and learning its mechanics and everything. And you see there, S+ rank, because we knew what we were doing that time, as opposed to the first time we fought it. But yeah, that's basically, I'm not going to dwell on that too much, but I think it's fine, honestly. The combat in this feels really good. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's not just crap. But that's my opinion, everyone has their own. I try not to preach in any videos that I do. Because as I said before, you know, if you enjoy something, what's it matter if someone else doesn't enjoy it? And vice versa. Okay, well that took a lot longer than I thought. So we're at 31 minutes, so I might end this episode here. And next episode, we'll do a new monster, or a new behemoth, I should say. Or two, depending on how much time it takes to do the first one. If we have a group, or whether we have to do it solo. But we will open this while we're here. And we got 3 Aether Shards, which are uncommon. That's good. And we have no more cores. I also found out that pressing B, you see there B, is it B? Puts your banner down. Now I don't know how to customize this banner. I assume it's to do with guilds and stuff. So like if we made a chicken coop guild, we could customize the banner to, you know, be yellow and look as much like a chicken as we can. So this guy's obviously got a green banner and stuff, but he's not in a guild. Neither is this guy or this guy. Oh no, that guy's in Lux guild. But their banners are different colors and stuff. So not entirely sure how that goes about it. I haven't really looked into that, but maybe I can do that later. Either way, let's leave it here for now. As I mentioned, in the next episode, we'll probably have a go at maybe, I think the Scrave, whatever, however you pronounce it, is like an ice version of the Shrike. It's like a subspecies. So maybe we'll leave that, considering we just fought the Shrike. Maybe we'll have a go at the Drask or the Charog, because I have no idea what the Charog is. And have a go at those two. But we'll see. Either way, hope you're enjoying it. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.